9th, 2016. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. Earlier today in Australia, in Sydney, Australia, there was an incident of gunfire on the street. Police opened fire on a knife-wielding assailant, ending up wounding him, but also hitting 4 other bystanders who were injured and taken to the hospital. The incident occurred outside of the Westfield Shopping Centre in Hornsby, which is in Sydney's northern area. It's an unusual incident of urban gunfire in Sydney, Australia. Meanwhile, Aon Benfield is saying that the Alberta wildfire that caused catastrophic damage in the Canadian city of Fort McMurray in May has become the costliest natural disaster in the history of Canada. Insured losses, including physical damage and business interruption, are expected to be in excess of $3.1 billion US. The fire charred more than 1.4 million acres of land and destroyed at least 10% of the city of Fort McMurray, including more than 2,400 homes and other structures. According to Aon Benfield, this is just the 6th individual global wildfire to surpass the billion-dollar threshold for insurers. In a poll taken by the UK accounting firm Moore Stephens, some 61% of London-based insurance professionals indicate that they have a, quote, loss of faith in the European Union. This is ahead of the Thursday, June 23rd referendum on Britain leaving. In spite of this, 62% of those polls said that a total divorce of the UK from the EU would be too drastic a solution, and 68% indicated that they believed that leaving the EU would damage the London insurance market. This poll remains too close to call, at least insofar as opinion polls that have been published. A giant sinkhole opened up in Ottawa, Canada yesterday. It swallowed one van whole, it took out a water main, and it caused a gas leak to force police to evacuate the area. The massive hole opened up on Rideau Street yesterday morning. It sucked pavement and street signs deep underground, where engineers have been tunneling for months to build a new metro system for the city's downtown core. It happened just outside of Rideau Centre, which is Ottawa's downtown mall, just next door to the Canadian Parliament. The rapidly growing lack of ground, i.e. the big hole, is a mixed blessing for Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who spent much of last year arguing that Canada's aging infrastructure is in desperate need of replacement. No indications yet as to whether the Prime Minister is going to visit the sinkhole. Swiss Re is underlining its commitment to remain in Zurich by planning the construction of a new building at the site of its current head office. They're going to knock down the current building at Sinkhole 20, which is 35 years old and has already been deemed to be structurally deficient, and they're going to build a new structure there starting in 2019. That's going to be part of what Swiss Re is referring to as their campus Sinkhole. Swiss Re has been in Zurich since it was founded in 1863. However, notably now, all Swiss Re employees in Switzerland are now going to be back in one campus setting along the Zurich Z right there on Sinkhole. Later today, President Obama is going to be meeting with Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders in the White House. If pundits are to be believed, what's going to occur is the so-called graceful exit of the Vermont senator from the presidential race. And at some point in the next several days, it's expected Senator Sanders will endorse Hillary Clinton, and President Obama will then endorse Hillary Clinton, and the Democrats will finally be unified, girding themselves for the expected battle with Donald Trump. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.